Today I'm going to read An Extraordinary Egg by Leo Lionni. An extraordinary egg. On Pebble Island, there lived 3 frogs, and their names were Marilyn, August, and one who was always somewhere else. That frog's name was Jessica. Jessica was full of wonder. She would go on long walks way to the other side of Pebble Island, and she would come back at the end of the day shouting, "Look what I found!" And even if it wasn't anything but an ordinary little pebble, she would say, "Isn't it extraordinary?" But Marilyn and August were never impressed. One day, in a pile of stones, she found something that stood out from all the others. It was perfect. It was white like the snow and round like the full moon. Even though it was almost as big as she was, Jessica decided to bring it home. I wonder what Marilyn and August will say when they see this, she thought, as she rolled and rolled her beautiful stone all the way to the pond where the 3 of them lived. "Look what I found," she shouted excitedly. "It's a huge pebble." This time, Marilyn and August were surprised. "That's not a pebble," said Marilyn, who knew everything about everything. "That's an egg. It's a chicken's egg." "A chicken egg? How do you know it's a chicken egg?" said Jessica. She had never even heard of a chicken before. Marilyn just smiled and said, "Some things you just know." A few days later, the frogs heard a strange noise coming from the egg. They watched in amazement as the egg cracked and out of it crawled a long, scaly creature that walked on 4 legs. "See," said Marilyn, "I was right. It is a chicken." "A chicken," they all shouted. The chicken took a deep breath, grunted, gave each of the frogs a look, and then said, "Where's the water?" "Straight ahead," said the frogs excitedly. The chicken jumped into the water, and the frogs jumped in after. And to the frogs' surprise, the chicken was a good swimmer. The chicken was fast, too. She showed the frogs new ways to float and swim about. They had a wonderful time together. They played from the time the sun was up until the sun was down. And so it went for many days. And then one day, when Jessica was somewhere else, August and Marilyn saw trouble in the water below them. Someone needed help. Quickly, the chicken dove into the dark pool of water. August and Marilyn were very frightened. After a few long minutes, the chicken came back, carrying Jessica. "I'm all right," she called. "I got tangled up in the weeds, but the chicken saved me." And from that day on, Jessica and the chicken were best friends. Wherever Jessica went, the chicken went too. They traveled all over the island. And then one day, they went to a place where Jessica had never been before. A blue and red bird flew down. "Oh, there you are," it said when it saw the chicken. "Your mother has been looking all over for you. Come along, I'll take you to her." Jessica and the chicken followed the bird for a very long time. They walked and they walked. They walked under the warm sun and under the cool moon until they came upon the most extraordinary creature that they had ever seen. It was asleep, but when it heard the little chicken shout, "Mother!" it slowly opened one eye and smiled an enormous smile. And in a voice that was as gentle as the whispering wind, it said, "Come here, my sweet little alligator." And the chicken happily climbed onto its mother's nose. "It's time for me to go," said Jessica. "I'll miss you very, very much, little chicken, but you can come and visit us and bring your mother too." Jessica could not wait to tell Marilyn and August what had happened. As soon as she got close, she shouted, "Guess what I found?" And she told them all about her adventure. "And do you know what that mother chicken said to her little baby?" Jessica asked. "She called it my sweet little alligator." "Alligator?" said Marilyn. "What a silly thing to say." And the three frogs could not stop laughing.